Alright guys, here's my toolbox tour. This is the one I had in school. It's the one I work out of. All my sockets are up top. Got half-inch. All this is standard. All this is metric. Craftsman's. Got some Lyle Torques. Craftsman Torques, Snap-on Torques. These are all half-inch. These are all 3/8 Torques, and hex are all, 3/8 and half-inch and 1/4" altogether. And these are my chrome 1/4" there. Here's some 1/4". I think these are called Mastercraft. I don't know where the hell those come from, but they ended up in the toolbox. And back here in the back, these are all metric. These are all my S&K impacts. Only have one axle nut socket. It's the only one I've needed so far. Craftsman. Those are Mac. Those are Craftsman. Those are all Craftsman. 12 point, 6 point. I hate 12 point, especially on the 6 point fastener. These are Craftsman. These are all Snap-on. Those are 3/8 there. These are all 3/8 here. These are 3/8 Snap-on impact swivels. These are all 3/8 shallow Snap-ons. These 1/4" here, they're Craftsman. I have all kinds of extensions. I got one here. This one. It's a Snap-on, and it is as long as my box almost. I think it's a 36". And the top box here on it's 40 inches. The bottom's 52. But I've got wobbles and locking, and this is a new locking one I got. I picked it up from AutoZone for $10. It's got that big collar on there. Because whenever I use those spark plug sockets with the rubber ring in them, the O-ring, damn things will come off, and then they're down stuck in the tube of your car. It's a pain in the ass to get them damn things out. A bunch of adapters here, 1/4" all the way up to 3/4. This one right here is an old one. It's Proto, and it's actually 5/8, half-inch to 5/8. So that ain't good for nothing. I guess if I get a 5/8 plug that's like that, I can use that. I do have a plug socket back here that's 3/8. It's Snap-on. And I have ratchets. Here's a Craftsman, Snap-on, Cobalt, Craftsman, low profile, Craftsman Stubby Flex, Duralast, 1/4" body, 3/8 drive. That's a nice ratchet. And then these are Craftsman's little gimbal ratchets. This is what I used to do. That's my old one. My old thumb wheel finger ratchet. Old Taiwan I chopped the handle off of. We got some turbo sockets. Remember what these are? Oh yeah, these are nut driver turbos. Power bolt out. That's what they call them. I can't remember. I think these are just regular ones. Yeah, they're just the shallow. They were good. when you need them. Usually the screw outs. Those things suck. Sliding T-handles. SK, I think this one's snap-on. I don't have a snap-on dealer anymore. Plus this thing's old as dirt. Yeah, it's snap-on. Got Craftsman. I believe that's SK. Yep, SK. Big old snap-on 1/2 inch flex head, locking flex head. That's the one you want to get if you want one. Got another long handle. This one's actually proto, but it's just as long as that snap-on, maybe short by 1 inch. And got some SK, that's Craftsman, that's old school Craftsman. That one's snap-on locking flex head. I like the ones that lock. This one is not a locking flex head. So this is not actually my go-to ratchet. This one is. It's the snap-on, the one with the swivel round head. This thing's awesome. Especially in that long handled. Most of this shit's gonna be Craftsman. This here's one of those like 100-piece bisque sets. All those are, I think one side's metric, the other side's standard nut drivers. Got some small flatheads. All them up there are standard flatheads. These are the old school Craftsman Professional too. I love these handles. And they don't even smell like shit yet. Here's the new Craftsman Professional. Actually, I think they're getting rid of these, the red and black. But they're actually made in the USA too. This was it's an SK, but busted off the tip of it. Went ahead and ground it down so I could use that to get some radiator hoses off. I do that to a lot of them. Here's another one. This is another one. The old Cotter Pin Puller. These are actually tamper-proof. Oh, let's get a bigger one. Oh, that's actually a smaller one. These are tamper-proof Torques, and they're actually Mac. I needed like a, I think it was a T8 to take apart an Xbox 360 controller, clean it out. And so I went and found a tool truck, and he was the guy that I was able to pull over, so I bought them off of him. Got some Craftsman dikes. These are the professional version too. These are some Matco hose clamp pliers here. Got an old monkey wrench. A couple big pipe wrenches. Hose cutter. Pinch offs. These suck. Don't buy these plastic things. They're not any good at all. Same thing with these. If you these are Craftsman. They're multiple tips. You change them out. But I've probably gone through 2 or 3 different set screws to keep them in there. They just fall out and you never find them. Got some boot plug, spark plug boot pullers, automatic wire strippers. Love these things. Got some hemostats for pinching off small vacuum lines or fishing shit out, one or the other. 90 degrees. Needle nose. There's some more pliers. These are actually Blue Point, and these I had him look up the number when I pulled them off of the truck, and he said that they were marked down as like a 6 inch, And so I got those for $18 because that was the model number they had on it. This is the wrong one. So yeah, I got a hell of a deal on them. I got some diamond. Got Nipex's Craftsman version. Still say made in Germany. And regular Nipex. Some small wild pliers. Made here in Kansas, I think. Got some Snap-on, some CT. There's some more Craftsman, Tecton. These are actually made in the USA too. And these are a big set, I think 10 inches. These are Proto, old hose clamp pliers. So they have an L-shaped hole cut in them. And when you find a hose clamp that those things fit, those things are, you can't beat them. Linesman pliers. Got some mini pliers back there too. That's a Craftsman set. These things are these auto locks from Craftsman. They're junk. Really kind of the same thing about these robo grips, even though these work better than those auto locks. And this is a catch-all kind of. And everything from pickup tools to pullers, battery fluid sucker. Got calipers and welding gauges, feeler gauges, brake tools, old spinner for the one piston, brake calipers, old stud puller installer, nut buster. There's a steel puller. I think that one's actually a Blue Point. You can get them from Lyle for way cheaper. Piston compressor, tubing bender, brake cleaner, automatic, spark plug gapper. Everything's old. Can't remember. It goes from 22 to 40. So there's not a whole lot of cars that use that anymore. Got some left-handed drill bits there. Steering wheel puller, harmonic balancer puller. Got some tape. Old 3-jaw oil filter wrench. This thing's awesome. Got a cheap old impact driver there. Upholstery tool or door panel popper. Oxygen sensor, mirror, valve spring. Just picked this up. This is a new, it's magnetic. There's no frickin' black O-ring in there to come off or come out of or stick to your spark plug socket when you got it down in the engine. Just goes in and comes out. It's perfect. Got this one too. This one's the gear wrench. This one actually came from AutoZone. It's a Duralast. It was 10 bucks. This was I think 12 bucks. It's a gear wrench, but it's magnetic also. Its magnet's actually further towards the end than that Duralast one. That Duralast, the magnet's way up here. This one, it's down here below. Yeah, lots of different sockets, spark plugs. The old impact wobble snap-on spark plug puller. Got some old speakers too. Yeah. Oh, stethoscope. That's always good. And that's it for the top box. And it looks like I'm gonna have to change my batteries.